Like what I want is I want to get Jon Stewart and Poison Ivy. What's probably gonna happen is I'll get either Jon Stewart or Poison Ivy, no Swamp Thing, and Vixen for some reason. That's what happened last time. Is another Vixen. Anyway, so I'm not expecting to get Swamp Thing. We'll see. Streamer luck would be a great time for that to kick in right now. So we're gonna open 10 at a time. For someone who was very impatient about this, I'm very nervous right now. Okay. Well, no fancy banner saying you've gotten a new character, so spoiler alert. Let's hope I got Poison. What? Streamer luck is a thing. Streamer luck is a thing. That has to be what just happened, right? I'm sorry, Damon. I was gonna commiserate with you. I really was. I was sitting here. I even clicked record to like do it as a video, and I was like, "There's no point in me clicking record on this. I'm not about to get him. There's no way." I'm dropping a dislike right now.
There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Gravity here, and this is a DC World Slide video. In this video, I'm going to go buy a lottery scratcher because I have had a very, very, very good morning. I've only been up for like an hour and a half, and it's been a fun time. So basically what had happened was I pulled Swamp Thing, which threw me off completely because my plan was I'm just going to pull these tokens and then I'll probably get Jon Stewart or Poison Ivy. I'll work on them. I'll have the elite frag so I can like level them up and rank them up, and then came Swamp Thing. I'm not complaining. It just threw me off, and if you ask the people on the stream, I was confused for a good 30 minutes trying to figure out what to do next and just running around like full of panic and havoc. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is this is like a first look at him kind of thing. I have gone through his first event. There are a couple of things there that I'm gonna pick out and probably put into this video as well in terms of how he's working. But for right now, what I'm gonna do with him is go through his skills. I did do that one video, but I'm gonna do it again. Sorry. Go through his skills. Go build his kit, like build up his gear, and then take him somewhere and see how he goes. So this video is probably pretty long, and you know that already because you've seen the time. Anyway, so once a human biochemist named Alec Holland, Swamp Thing, is the elemental avatar of the green. As the champion of all plant life, he is able to manipulate any flora. Now, this was a thing somebody brought up, the old school 90s Swamp Thing show that I remember watching when I was little. I didn't see all of it. I did not know that TV show had 72 episodes. I need to find that prontito. If you know where I can get it, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. Also, Thug Tier for Swamp Thing 2019. I never even got a chance to get into that show before it was canceled. And I hate it because people told me that show was really, really good. Anyway, in Battle Growth, Poison, Heal. Boy, does he poison. And he is a tactical tank, which we do need. Grodd is the... Oh, okay. I keep saying this thing about Lex, and people ask me constantly why I don't like Lex. It is not that Lex is necessarily bad. It's just that he's way worse than what he was from before global release. And they did a nerf on his kit. For his ultimate, which would lead him to shield up. And it was right as I got Lex, and I was using him for like 2 weeks, and I was starting to get happy with him, and then they changed his kit. And I was like, what are y'all doing? And then he just knocked him off my roster. So we only have really, right now, Grodd, Lex, and now Swamp Thing as tactical tanks that will help you deal with any kind of mighty opponent, such as Wonder Woman, Batman, whoever can just crack your face open. Superman, DCU. So that's a plus. He's already filling in a slot. Second, the way that he performs, and you'll see in the videos, is kind of stupid. Like, stupid in terms of, like, stupid good. He's actually an incredible tank. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and unlock all of his secret records, get this on out the way, and then we're gonna go ahead and go to his kit. Thank you for the diamonds. All right, so let's get back over here. Bet. So I've already done his badge. I will read through the badge. You can see here, no gear. So as I said, this is going to be maybe a little bit more boring for you. Next, as I rank him up, I do not have enough elite frags. However, what I will be doing is going to the shop where you can buy his frags, where there's the regular colored plant emblems. I can't remember what they're called right now, but the silver ones. They always have the silver and the gold. For the silver right now, if you go ahead and get your 30,000 points in on attacking him, if you complete the event, the first section of his event, all those things, you will get enough frags to get, I think it's 10 of his shards from that silver shop. Also in that silver shop is the blueprint for Martian Manhunter's bunker that will allow you to unlock his bunker, or bunk, whatever the hell you want to call it, in the game. I am doing that. I just think it's probably better for me to focus on Swamp Thing now, and then I'm gonna do the Martian Manhunter thing because I love that tube game. That tube game is so much fun. Anyway, so right now the plan is using the silver in the shop and using those gold emblems in the shop. I should get enough. I will get enough 60 frags plus 320 to take him up rank 8. I'm gonna stick with rank 7 for right now because don't have much of a choice. Now let's go ahead and go through his kit, which is just nuts. So, Green Thumb, aka I'm gonna punch you in the back of the head, disappears into the murky swamp depths, only to resurface behind enemy lines. He then punches an enemy, dealing physical damage equal to 100% of his attack. If the target is poisoned, he deals an additional 5% physical damage per stack on them. This is nuts once you realize how much poison gets stacked. I will also say this. I am putting Penguin back into my level link because I'm going to try to give him a shot. When I first started off in the game, I did not like him. I did not like the way he performed. I could not get him to work. So I'm going to try to give it another shot, see if I can make it work. Additionally, if you're earlier in the game and you have Swamp Thing, immediately invest in Scarecrow. You'll always be able to retrain and take those resources back, which I have done, unfortunately, so I can't put him in. When you get to later levels of the game, you won't be able to get his Scarecrow's level up high enough to actually warrant putting him with your team. However, in his kit, there is, at the start of the first 3 rounds, he gives everybody poison. So, by the end of the 3rd round, everybody has 3 poisons. They all last to the end of battle. It's good, especially when you're running with other poison characters. I could not use it that much like in the game because the only poison characters I was really working with were Poison Ivy and Scarecrow. Penguin was just on my, let's just say, not nice list. And so he kind of just fell to the wayside, but that part of his kit is so incredible, and working with that with Swamp Thing, in fact, now might be a good time for me to put a clip in of me doing this during his event, which during his event, everything he's doing, all the damage and all other stuff, you have to take that with a grain of salt because they've designed that for him to look good because they want you to want him. But you can see how the mechanics work with these teams a little bit, so it gives you an idea of what he's capable of. So you should break your neck trying to use Scarecrow with Swamp Thing and Poison Ivy. Penguin is optional here, but if you have Poison Ivy, in addition to what I said previously, where is she? Where are you? When she does her ultimate attack, oh, this is her team synergy, sorry. When she does her ultimate attack, superpower damage, it increases damage for this skill by 15% for each stack of poison on the target. So then you saw in the last thing that we did, they had like 8-9 stacks of poisons based off of the ultimate from Swamp Thing, and then you add that to the Scarecrow, and like now because he's rank 5 it won't be the case, but it will be at rank 8 when spreads fear guys at the start of battle, adds 1 stack of poison to enemies for each turn. Like, I keep going back to this stuff because not only is it stacking up sturdy armor on the rest of our team because of what Swamp Thing is doing, Poison Ivy is hitting like a truck on multiples of what Swamp Thing is doing and on what Scarecrow is doing to put poison out there. And that's just the base level of the poison that's out there. I'm not even really going into how much poison gets added because they're hitting Swamp Thing. And I don't even have Swamp Thing in the position right now as it stands. And granted, again, like I said, this event is just not really, like, you can't take too much value from it, but I can see how they're working together. On top of it all, I had Penguin in the slot where usually you're taking the most damage as a tank. So they weren't even getting as many poisons as they would do typically. Just bear that in mind. Additional physical damage increases to 10% per stack of poison. What? Like, I know I read this. It's still stupid. Additional physical damage increases to 10% per stack of poison. They have not said. They have not. They haven't given this a limit. I mean, there is a limit of 15 stacks of poison on the enemy. So, am I doing 150% additional damage? So, is it possible that this thing is going to be hitting for 250% damage? Tell me my math is wrong. Tell me my math is wrong. What's up, smooth operator? Tell me my math is wrong. Please, somebody tell. And then it goes up to 15% per stack. Somebody tell me my math is wrong, because that just seems like a stupid 250% on the basic attack is nuts. Because guess what? It'll be, I know you guys saying, oh, yo, with 15 poison stacked, he stacks a lot of poisons. Chester's coming out and she's going to be laying down 5 poisons on her basic. They'll get there. There will be instances of 15 poisons just floating out there. If any enemy on bark armor, if any enemy has at least 1 stack of poison, Swamp Thing will summon roots from the ground that heal all allies for 10% of their max HP. We love that. Max HP, not anybody's attack. We love that. And bestow 1 stack of sturdy armor for 2 turns. This sturdy armor stacks like a fiend, especially if you're talking about putting out all poisons on everyone at the start of each round. What's up, Scarecrow? And then on top of that, for every stack of poison collectively on the enemy team, all allies will receive an additional 1 stack of sturdy armor for 2 turns. I had characters with 15 sturdy armor on them. Whole team. Like, it was a range between 12 and 15. It was stupid. The duration of the sturdy armor increases for to 3 turns. Thank you. And then at rank 9, something now heals for 25% of the allies' max HP. It's so good. It is so good. Okay. Next. Something is coated in a toxic sap from Manchineel tree. We're going to call it the maniacal tree. Whenever an enemy attacks him, they will receive 1 stack of poison for 2 turns. This kind of makes me want to put him in that heavy damage tank slot, the front left. Although, if I am going to run him with the block team, which is entirely possible, you might see something about that, then I would probably still slot him in that secondary tank slot. Each enemy can only be poisoned once per turn. I hope so. The duration of the poison increases to 3 turns. Swamp Thing now inflicts 2 stacks of poison. He puts out so much poison. And then, on Power of Parliaments, nature is constantly adapting and evolving. Whenever Swamp Thing is inflicted with an elemental debuff, frostbite, poison, burn, his damage reduction against frostbite, poisons, and detonation increases by 5% for the rest of battle. Damage reduction can be increased to a maximum of 60%, which this then does increase based on the badge. We'll get to the badge in a minute. Launches quill-like branches out of his back like missiles that rain down upon the enemy team with strength of the green. If an enemy has 5 or more stacks of poison, Swamp Thing deals physical damage equal to 300% of his defense. I keep forgetting I need to go back and check defense stats. If not, he inflicts 3 stacks of poison for 3 turns. So if you have 5 or more, we're attacking for 300% of my defense. Otherwise, he's going to inflict 3 stacks of poison. If the enemy team collectively has 10 or more stacks of poison, which they will. Swamp Thing also heals allies for 35% of their max HP. He's doing a lot of healing. It's a lot of support stuff that you're getting out of him. Swamp Thing now adds 4 stacks of poison to enemies with with less than 5 stacks already on them. So I had 4 stacks of poison at rank 10. Lord have mercy. That made me forget what I was just. Oh, defense. So what I'm gonna do now, go to level up real quick. I'm gonna check his defense. So his attack is at 74,000. His defense base defense is at 12,000. Base attack is at 51. So defense bonus is 29% plus an extra 3,900 on bonus. I don't know why this defense bonus is here. I'm not complaining about it. I don't know why that's there. So this makes me think I need to focus on substats of defense. Oh, and then just defense in general. To try to get up, and let me just, get up this thing here where he's going to be attacking based on defense. The defense is going to be lower than the attack. I'm saying this out loud to myself as much as I'm saying it to you guys. By a good amount. So we need to try to work on getting that up. Now, on his badge, I've already unlocked the first level, which is damage reduction. I'm going to reword this because it's kind of confusing. It was confusing to me at least. Damage reduction is increased by 20% for frostbite, poison, and detonation. The maximum amount of damage reduction also increases to 60, or 80. So that 60% you saw before increased to 80%. Now, whenever Swamp Thing is inflicted with an elemental debuff, his damage reduction against poison, frostbite, detonation increases by 8% instead of the 5. Now, every 4th time Swamp Thing is inflicted with a stack of frostbite, poison, or burn, he is healed for 5% of his maximum HP and is cleansed of all debuffs. So let's go ahead and get that up to tier 3 as fast as humanly possible. Okay, cool. So now what I'm about to do is, given everything, he's healing based on others' max HP. I want him to have a lot of defense. Go back here and just look at things. So I want him to have a lot of defense based off of this. We're having attack here. Okay, fine. Everything, sturdy armor, that is just adding a buff. For poisons going out. I can't affect the poisons going out. They're just going to do their thing. This is just poisons going out. So there isn't really, I'm being a little bit thick right now. Because he's putting out poisons and poisons are based off of attack. So part of me feels as though it would be good to put some attack percentage pieces on him alongside the defense. So we're going to put we want to put attack out there because then that means that his poisons are going to do more damage. We want to try to get defense substats as much as possible and rank up those defense flat stat pieces that we're going to get, and then put him in an attack set. 2 attack sets. I am tempted, very, very, very tempted to put him in a block set and use the block set as the defensive set, not to mention running him with Ocean Master and Nightwing. Would be fun because they're putting out defense downs and bleeds, so it's just going to basically bleed and poison a team to death, watch them melt away. That is very tempting as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on his gear, and I'll be right back.
10 minutes later.
That was a bit of an adventure. So here's what happened. I ended up finding a couple of percent pieces. Now, and here's the argument. There's an attack bonus piece. And I also had, this is an HP one, but I had another attack bonus piece that was a percent piece. When I say attack bonus, I just mean like they have the percent pieces, right? So I had another HP one here that I was going to put in place. Instead, I switched to the HP bonus as opposed to the attack bonus. Now, Kevin and I were having this discussion about how his attack for the ultimate is scaled based off of defense. However, the other attacks in his kit are based off of attack, but that's not why I care about the attack. I care about the attack because the poison damage is based off his attack. So, though the rest of his poison team can be the damage dealers and will be very good damage dealers, especially Poison Ivy, if I decide to plug and play him somewhere else, I would like for those poisons to have like a punch to them, right? Now, because I ended up finding this HP bonus piece, because at the end of the day, I had that attack piece, but it was only one. It's like literally epic. This is epic 1. That other piece those percent attack, it also was already signatured towards someone else, and it only provided like an HP bonus. Like at the substat, this one is providing a heal bonus as a substat. He does heal in his kit twice, as we've already read through. I'm showing this more for the stream than for you guys right now. He does heal in his kit. Where is it? Right here. Heals characters for 35% of their maximum HP. And then there was another heal in here somewhere for like 25% or something like that. Heal all allies for 10% of their max HP and bestow sturdy armor on the advanced attack, and then that gets increased to 25% once he gets to rank 9. So having heal crit, though I still can't see when the heal crit happens, I'll be honest with you. Having the heal crit there, I do have this on my kit 5. She seems to be doing fine. So I just went ahead and completed the set. Because this had HP bonus on it, this is going to make him tankier. I did have to give up on that epic piece, which was, I want to say it was 10.6. I think it was 10.6% more attack. I'll just take the 4.5% down here, grab this heal bonus later. I think we're good to go. I've taken the epic 3-piece from, I think it was the Bride, and put that here because that's where the defense lies, is on the shoulder. Plus, I have the substat already ready to go, so increasing that defense for that damage later. And then the defense here for this other epic 3-piece. So, that is his kit. That's how I have him built. I want to take him into somewhere, let's say team-ups, for example. I'm tempted to take Poison Ivy rank 9 just so I could use them both in team-ups, but we'll just do this. And then we'll call it a video, a very long video on Swamp Thing. A lot of stuff has happened. We've had a journey. We have been through a journey. Let's go ahead and grab this stuff real quick. And then, where are you at? Let's do a more favorable matchup. What's up, Wonder Woman? How you doing? So we'll go at Wonder Woman. It is a more favorable matchup. He has a tactical advantage over her. He is rank 7, so I'm a little bit worried about that. I would like for him to be rank 8 as soon as possible. Okay, so what we're gonna run here is Swamp Thing. As much as I would love to run him with Mr. Terrific, and I think they could run together, I'm not gonna get that whole increased I'm not gonna get that whole increased superpower damage from his team synergy because he's a tank. Next, I like the way he came up out of the ground. That was awesome. Next is Poison Ivy. We add there with her team synergy. She does give increased poison damage. We love that. Who's next? I kind of wanted to try Penguin. However, like I did put him in level link to try him again, just based purely off of having Swamp Thing now. However, I do need to go back and rebuild his entire. I haven't touched his gear in I don't know how long. So when I go back and do rank 8, hopefully I will have had like enough time to play with Penguin, with Swamp Thing, and Poison Ivy, everything else, and then give you like a better view. But for the moment, I'm not even gonna put him in. Next, I do want to know what it would be like to have him running with Nightwing and Ocean Master, so that way they're also putting out bleeds. Where is Nightwing? He's further up there. So we're gonna stick with the Poison team synergy. We don't have Scarecrow in, we don't have Cheshire, we don't have Dr. Poison. So they are literally all the poison that we have is there. The bleeds come from here. Tempted to put in Kid Flash just for the heals. Let's see, who else could run with him? The debuffs going out there right now would be insane. So this will ramp up Sinestro. This may be a bit too much and may not really work well together. So I think Poison Ivy is going to... We're putting Swamp Thing first because he puts out a bunch of poisons. Also, this is his video. Poison Ivy is going to do a bunch of damage to the back row because all the poisons that are out there now. Sinestro is going to get his stacks of fear up very, very high so that his ultimate only costs 3 ultimate points. Ocean Master, we know what the business is. Counterattacks. He's going to put down a bunch of debuffs, aim bleeds, attack downs, or defense downs, whatever. And then, Nightwing is there to get hit in the face. I am tempted also to switch their positions, but Wonder Woman on Nightwing is not a good idea, ever. So, let's go. Again, thank you guys for watching. What's up, Mr. West? Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and dislike. I'm okay with that as well. It has been a good morning. A very good morning. I am happy. Oh, that hurt, Wonder Woman. Kind of, maybe, maybe not. Okay, so Swamp Thing right now is putting out all these poisons. He has 7 poisons on Wonder Woman right now and 5 on Zatanna. This should not be a long battle, so I don't even know how much that you. So you see there in the corner, and maybe I should make it a little bit slower for those of you who are not as familiar, the newbies here. Oh, she's about to hit hard too, isn't she? It's gonna get harder. So basically, whenever it gets to Wonder Woman's turn is next. You'll see the damage from whoever's doing the damage. You'll see her poison damage come up right there. That's a lot of damage. I need to see that one more time. Zatanna's going next. How much is Zatanna losing? Oh, she might be putting out bleeds. Oh, they are in a bad way. Zatanna's poison damage. What is it looking like? Damn it, the bleed got in the way of the poison. I can't see. It seems like it's a lot. I can't see. I'm going to have to go and just check the stats at the end of this. But I can't see the poison. So let me go ahead and fast forward this. Or put this on 3x. We have the counterattacks. We're going to put more poisons out there. And now, when Poison Ivy gets her next turn, her attack is going to be even harder. Yay. Not as hard as I wanted that to be. I need to examine my Poison Ivy a little bit more. Seems like her basic is hitting harder than her ultimate right now. Okay, cool. Are we going to get past this? Are we going to get past it? We should do. Look at all the sturdy armor out there on the team, making it very hard to take us down. Very hard. All right, Poison Ivy should take out Wonder Woman. Cool. Oh, we're not going to take out Zatanna? Swamp Thing. Oh no. We may not take out Zatanna. Oh well, we got defeated. I can usually beat that, but he is only rank 8. So let's go, or rank 7. Let's go ahead and see what the stats look like. Poison Ivy did some solid damage. There were a lot of heals. A lot of heals. And he is the only healer on the board right now. And I guess he was trying to keep up appearances, but there were a lot of heals going out. 6.5 from Poison Ivy, kind of keeping pace with Sinestro, despite the fact that she is 1 level up. And then there weren't a lot of attacks to actually counter. So Peacemaker, he's falling off. Ocean Master did not get a chance to shine much. So first go, first time using him. I think he did well in terms of supporting the team. I wish the team did more damage. I didn't build the team properly around him in terms of dealing enough damage out there. But this is the start. This is where we begin, and I'm going to keep going forward. So, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. I think I've said this for 3 times now. Please like, please subscribe. See you guys next time.